Y'all, so what I'm gonna do today is, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I got a ton of these things. Where's my bucket? There it is. And I got, y'all remember that popcorn I grew last year? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make me some little seed pots. And if you just fold them, you kind of, can y'all see it's kind of a square? Kind of. It don't have to be perfect. And then on your little corners, you want to cut on the corners and make you some little flaps. And then, you know how you take a packing box and fold it and close it. That's basically what you want to do here. Let me see which way I got to go with this. There you go. But you got to cut these corners right, otherwise they won't fold up right for you. So I made this one a little tall. I'm gonna go back in. Let me see. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe I want my cups to be a little taller. But anyway, y'all see that there? I don't know if y'all can see it good. I'm not a good demonstrator on that because it's one of them things. I know how to do it, but I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, just do with that what you will. But let me see if I can explain. Fold it in half. Fold it in half the other way. When you straighten it up, you're gonna get a little bit of a kind of square, but it's gonna want to stay a circle. But and then you want to cut about, I say about ½ an inch on those same corners, and then get this together, and then you just kind of want to press them. You take each one of your little corner, your edges. See there? I can't explain that. Yeah, I can't explain that. Y'all go on the internet. Somebody got a better way to explain that. I'm one of these type people. When it comes to stuff like this, you just do it. You just, you know, if you understand the concept, you understand the concept. If not, I'm sorry. It's not in the education field. But anyway, y'all, I figured I'd come on here and talk to y'all while I do this. And I do have these boots on, but ooh, the hell with that, cause it's not cold out here. I mean, it's not. I'm gonna get some of this dirt out the way. I need to sweep up some of this dirt and use some good dirt down there. But I guess I wanted to talk about a couple of things. I think almost every year I kind of try to do this, especially when it gets closer to the gardening season. So if there's anybody who is new to gardening or thinking about starting a garden or wants to start a garden and haven't started it yet, I would say, what are you waiting on? You know, go ahead and get started. Go ahead and start. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need to know what you're doing. I would say use gardening as a way to not only learn some new skills, but to learn about yourself, and even if you need to change certain things about yourself, gardening may show that to you. If you're hard on yourself, you know, or you're a perfectionist, or this is that and the other, a lot of time gardening will take that right out of you, because nothing you do out here will be perfection. Absolutely nothing. You're going to kill things. You're going to break things. You're going to have seeds that don't germinate. You're going to have any kind of little mishap you think you may have, you'll probably have it. But what I say to people is, because recently I met somebody that's like stressed. Like, I don't know. Y'all tell me. I get it that people be stressed, but I think sometimes people sign up for this stress. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes people just like, I don't know how to put it, because sometimes you know stuff stresses you, but you continue to do that same thing. Well, then in my opinion, you're signing up for it. Because stress, you know, mitigating stress is part of life. And I don't know if that, I don't know. I think sometimes people just, you're doing too much. I have learned to not be as hard on myself. I am naturally a perfectionist. I like for stuff to be almost perfect, if not perfect, especially if I do it. But gardening has taught me how to not be a perfectionist, because as y'all notice in my garden, I'll tell you in a minute, my stuff it ain't gonna look like these magazines. And like what's that woman, Garden Answer? Is that her channel, where everything on her property looks absolutely spotless and perfect, and she's probably 4th generation billionaire, you know? Because see, that's what a lot of these people don't understand and don't realize. When you see this stuff on TV, if you don't know these people's background, you don't have no clue. They may come from money, or they may have somebody bankrolling them. You don't know. But as the little home gardener, you look at that and you aspire to that. And I'm not saying don't have aspiration or inspiration, but what I'm saying is also keep it real too. Because if you know you on a beer budget, you know what I'm saying, and you got champagne taste, like my mama used to say, something's gonna have to give. You know, that don't mean give up on your dream, but something's gonna have to give, because you just simply don't have the means. And like I said, a lot of times, that's why sometimes I don't even recommend people watch those kind of channels, because if you're the average ordinary Joe or Julie and you don't have $1 million, that will discourage you from gardening. It would absolutely, in my opinion, discourage you. Because if I looked at that stuff and I said, ooh, that's so pretty, ooh, I would like to have that, and then I'm thinking to myself, this witch got, you know, servants and whoever else at her beck and call, because it's clear she's not doing all that stuff by herself. And yeah, I know she sets up there and shows her husband. I have news for you, her husband's not doing all that either. I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? They have crews. I seen them. They was moving buildings. When I seen them moving buildings with heavy machinery the other day and talking about, oh yeah, we donated this gazebo to the park, I turned it off. I said, no indeed. And it's not because they donated the gazebo to the park. I turned it off because here you show up with a, you know, probably a $750,000 piece of heavy machinery, and you showing supposed to be average people how to do this. Unless somebody has a construction company or excavation company, why would they have that piece of equipment to begin with? And if they have that kind of money, they'll do like you and pay a crew to do everything you do. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, if you new to gardening, don't watch that stuff. Hey, who coming? Hey, Felix. Felix has showed up, y'all. Look at you, so sweet, not knocking my stuff over. I surely appreciate that. Thank you, love. Also, if you're a new gardener, don't hesitate to reach out to seasoned gardeners for things like seeds or stuff like that. A lot of times people will help you out and send you seeds and stuff. I find that gardeners oftentimes are some of the most giving people. Now, yeah, it's some treacherous a-holes out here too. Oh, here comes Chrissy. Y'all, where is Garfield? Where's Garfield, y'all? They all looking at me like, Garfield who? Y'all know who I'm talking about, your brother. But yeah, don't be hesitant to reach out to people who garden already. If it's people in your community, if it's people on social media, whether it's these gardening groups and different stuff like that, even YouTubers, you can reach out for me for seeds. I'm gonna be honest with you now. Here lately, I ain't been getting no seeds out that fast. Between work and life. But I ain't, anybody I, talk to about seeds, I get them to you. I will say this though, you slow to respond to me. I know I be slow, but be slow to respond to me, because usually when I respond to you, I'm probably bagging your stuff up right then. You know what I'm saying? So, just kind of, be on it. But like I said, if I have it, especially if I have it, in surplus, I'll give it to you. I usually just charge for shipping. That's all I charge for. I have missed. I'd have got off some kind of way. My corners got off. Yeah, there we go. Now we cooking with fish grease. Now we cooking with fish grease. Okay, but yeah, y'all. So don't be hesitant to reach out to gardeners and stuff like that. Or if you don't have anybody around you that you can reach out to, please understand there are ways for you to get seeds that are cheap. Your first garden, this is my best advice. Don't try to be too extravagant. Felix, did you leave? Yeah, Felix is gone. Chris is in here. He's over there at the catnip, y'all. He's just rubbing himself on the catnip. And he's licking the catnip. Chris, do you just lick it, or you just bathe the catnip, or do you eat the catnip? He's too involved with his... He's too involved. But yeah, keep in mind that there are ways for you to get seeds where you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for seeds. And try to keep it, if I was you, I'd try to keep my garden not too extravagant. And what I mean by that is, oftentimes people will try to get all these different designer plants and stuff that's hard to grow, and they've never grown anything before and don't know anything about it. Find you a couple of things that are real common things that gardeners grow that you like to eat. Or if you want to do flowers that are fairly common, that you like the way they look, or you like the way they smell, or what have you. Once you find that, then go ahead and get you, a few seeds. Now, if you want some super cheap seeds, Dollar Tree. You can't beat this one here is belligerent. Okay. Now that was kind of these white toilet paper rolls. Well, this must have been some cheap toilet paper. I don't understand. But get you some 25-cent seeds from Dollar Tree. 25 cents. They have a wide variety. Do they have everything up under the sun? No, they do not. Get those 25-cent seeds, because that's the way you can start, and it's a low investment, and you don't feel like, oh my God, I done spent all this. I done spent $1 million on seeds, and I killed everything. Just in case. If you kill everything, you'd be like, okay, I had $4 in the seeds. You know what I'm saying? Because $4 will get you 16 packs of seeds. You see what I'm saying? So it keeps some of the stress off of you. You can mitigate some of this stress off of you if you be kind of smart about it, versus going out here getting some of the more exotic things that may cost you $4 or $5 for a seed pack, and you get 3 seeds in there sometime. It depends on the seed company. Everybody's not the same. But and then like I said, a lot of times gardeners like me, if I got a surplus of seeds, like right now I got more collards than the Lau, I got more red mustards than the Lau, things of that nature. But it's just so many people. A lot of people don't want collards. I guess everybody's got their collard seeds, which I get it. If you do what I tell you to do and let one of them go to seed, you'll get to the point where you'll have more seeds for that than the Lau. Same thing with the kales. If it's a kale that will go to seed, you will have more seeds than the Lau, because one brassica plant will give you thousands of seeds. Same thing with a carrot. If you let one carrot go to seed, you will get probably tens of thousands of carrot seeds. Same thing with celery. If you let celery go to seed, it will give you thousands of seeds. So quickly you'll learn that this thing becomes self-sustainable. And like I said, same thing. If you're going to start with these Dollar Tree seeds, if you get some beans or something, toward the end of the season, quit picking your beans, because be thinking about your seeds. That's another way as a new gardener. I'm going to give you a tip that a lot of people don't catch on until, you know, after they've been in the game for a while. Because I wasn't saving seeds at first. And some of the stuff I wish I had to save seeds for, like the year I grew peaches and cream corn, I sat my fat ass up there and ate all the corn and ain't thought about saving nary seed, and I didn't have not one seed. And that was some of the best corn that I had ever grown, and I was too stupid to save the seeds. So you know, that's a tip that you can learn. Same thing with watermelon. If you just so happen to grow a watermelon, if you get one melon, y'all know how many seeds one small melon can have. You may have 50 seeds in there. You see what I'm saying? One pepper. If you get one pepper, y'all know any pepper. I've never seen a pepper have less than 10 seeds in it. Maybe there are some varieties that do. I just haven't seen them. But y'all know, and some peppers have so many seeds, like Scotch bonnets. I swear each one of those have at least 30 seeds in them. So you see what I'm saying? So even if you just save seed from just one something, you can make that be sustainable. Another thing for beginner gardeners, if you're going to grow in raised beds or pots and you're thinking about soil and how to do your soil, I'll be honest, that's going to be an investment when you first start. I don't know of a way, like I said, unless you're going to grow into the ground, I don't know of a way to preclude you from buying anything. Or if you are one of those type people that's a long-term planner, if you can start gathering leaves up now and letting those leaves break down this whole year or even 6 months, and maybe you start gardening maybe in the fall, if you can start getting you some leaf mold and some compost and stuff together already, that would really help. Check with your city. See if your city has some cities have programs where you can get free compost from the city. Now that is a way where you really can save you some money if your city has that program, where you can, or even if you can get the compost and maybe it's not free, maybe it's just discounted and it's a lot cheaper and you can get a lot more of it than you can at the big box store. Because I assure you, if you go to the big box store, you are going to pay. Don't be wooed by a lot of these fancy soils that you see people use. Get with a gardener who's been around a little bit. They'll tell you in a quick minute. A lot of this stuff these people buying, that people be swearing by, I'm going to be honest, because I'll be the first person to tell you, I don't care nothing for black cow. It's trash to me. Not the texture. The texture is fine. All that's fine. But the thing is, ooh, it's starting to rain, y'all. That's why I had planned to be in the greenhouse anyway this morning. I knew it was gonna start raining. They said at noon, but it's nowhere near noon. I think it's 9:30 right now when I'm filming this. But anyway, Feely Wheeler gonna come back in here. Watch. Chris just over there just bathing himself. But anyway, I don't care anything for black cow, because if I'm going to pay $5 a bag and I still have to amend it, or whatever black cow is right now, I don't know how much it is right. If I'm going to pay that for a bag and I have to amend it, you tell me where I saved any money. I didn't save 2 nickels. A lot of times people see the stuff that I use, and then, you know, like I said, be wary of YouTube people who go on here and they sit up and watch channels that they have banned, and then turn around and have something to say about what that person has done. You see what I'm saying? Be careful, because there's YouTubers out here that do that. They ban people from their channel on some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch this, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. It's a fairly big YouTuber that a lot of y'all love. She banned me from her channel because I tried to help her ass out, because she didn't understand what something was. And I wasn't rude. I just told her, you know, well, because the thing is, people grow stuff and they have no clue what they growing. And I get it. But you know, I politely went on there and told her, like, because she kept saying, these are never sweet, they're never sweet. Well, after about the 4th time she said it, I was like, okay, well, those aren't supposed to be sweet. They're supposed to be tart. They're called whatever the plant, like, I knew the nickname for the plant, because understand that in certain cultures, like, for instance, a calamandan, that's the name of it, but the nickname is a Filipino lime. Are limes sweet? They are not. So anybody growing a calamandan, please don't think that your calamandans are going to be sweet. They will not. Now, will they be as tart / bitter as a Persian lime? No, they will not. They are, when you compare them to a regular lime, which are those Persian limes you get in the store, they will have in comparison, will be sweeter. It's just like a Meyer lemon. A Meyer lemon is not sweet. But is it sweeter than the regular ass lemons in the store? Yeah, it's not as tart and pungent as, you know what I'm saying? It has a sweetness to it. But anyway, I went on there to tell that woman that about whatever plant, and she blocked me from her channel. I said, wait a minute, and then didn't just block my gardening channel, because I tested it to see, because I figured I was blocked. There's ways that I can just tell. And when I went on my other channel, because I have 3, I went on another channel and commented, and I noticed my comment showed. And then shortly after that, she peeped game and she blocked all 3 of my channels. Just because just because I was trying to help her out friendly, like. But like I said, keep in mind, it's a lot of YouTubers that's petty like that. It's another YouTuber that blocked me, and he blocked me because he thought in one of my videos I was referring to him when I wasn't. I was just speaking in general. Now, I don't know if he was doing the stuff I was talking about or not, but, you know, because, I mean, you know how you watch somebody, but you don't watch every single video they do? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know if he was doing what I was talking about or not, but he told somebody else, you know, and he did the same thing. He blocked me from 1 and didn't know I had 3. No. He blocked me from all 3 of my channels up front. And I reciprocated and blocked him. So, and I have 0 to do with him now. So, so yeah, always be wary of that, because some of these same people, they watch my channel and they think I'm stupid, because other people come tell me about it, because I don't watch their channel. They'll watch my channel and mention something, and basically they trying to downgrade the information that I'm giving, because I'm gonna give you a prime example. Y'all remember when I did the video telling y'all about the topsoil that you could buy, and I told you up front, I said that topsoil, basically what it is wood chips. Okay, everybody knows that wood chips is some of the best stuff you can put in your garden. Everybody. Now, there was one person that I saw, he used it, but then he went back and doubled back and said some stuff. But I want new gardeners, I want you to always pay attention to the details, because the devil is in the details, and I have told people this over and over again. After I said something about that topsoil 2 or 3 times, this guy went back and posted, because he has no ideas and he doesn't have any ideas of how to make content. And I peep game, because he just repeating himself. But see, he's relying on a YouTube check. I don't rely on a YouTube check. I work. So, he goes back and it's like, he bought basically the same thing I bought, and then was like, oh yeah, look at this bag is full of termites, and it's telling people, oh, don't buy this, you'll introduce termites to your garden. Let me help y'all out. And I don't know where these people come from, and I don't know, maybe they didn't grow up in a household where their parents actually owned the house that they grew up in. And I get that. That's not the case for everyone. But I did grow up in a house where my parents owned, they were buying the home. They owned it. It was not a rental. Because when it's a rental, that precludes you from knowing anything about how to maintain and care for anything, because maintenance does everything. However, when you own your own home, a lot of times it doesn't matter who's doing the work. You remember. You like, oh yeah, when that pipe busts, mama or daddy got to take care of that. Just various maintenance things. When we need a roof, mom and daddy got to take it. Okay, well, as a kid, I remember vividly. Any homeowner, You should be protecting your house against termites. You want to know why? Termites do not live in bags of wood chips. Can you open up a bag of wood chips and perhaps there are termites in it? Yes, but let me tell you how that bag of wood chips must have been sitting wherever it was sitting for forever. If anybody knows where termites come from, tell me. Termites are called subterranean termites. If you break down the word subterranean, sub means below, terranean means the ground. Anywhere in America, and you can look up this information and fact check me. Anywhere in America, termites live in the ground, point blank, period. They simply seek out wood structures such as trees that are dead, your home, limbs that are falling on the ground, any type of wood. They they search that out as a place to, that's where they're going to go eat. If you do not treat your home for termites and you have a wood home, I'm sorry for you, because eventually you're going to have termites. That's just what it is. You cannot, and then by bringing wood chips into your yard, you do not create a termite problem. Because they're already in the ground. They're already there. When you bought that home, if there's a square inch of soil, there's already termites in the ground. It's just a matter of if you're going to find them or not. So that's why they have those bait traps that you put around your house, or you have different preventative measures. There's a million different ways you can prevent termites. So, but basically, what I'm getting at is that person went online. They was trying to say that because they know some of their people watch me. So they was trying to discredit what I was saying, but they weren't going to tell you the truth. If you're too lazy, or you're too stupid, or you're too ignorant, whatever word you would like to use, you can pick other words if those words are too harsh for you. To treat your house for termites, I got news for you. Wood chips ain't going to be the reason why you got termites. You're going to have them anyway, because they live in the ground. But once again, when you don't really know the English language that well, and, I don't even know, because some of these people that spout this shit is educated. And I just wonder, like, what was you doing in school that you wasn't? But once again, I think some people just try to get through school by memorizing everything. They don't actually try to learn the concepts. But yeah, so I just want to put that out there. Always keep in mind that these people will promote things and tell you things, because I'm going to be honest, I don't know why anybody's promoting Black Cow, Kellogg's. Why y'all promoting that stuff and they don't give y'all any money? Are they paying you all anything? They're not paying me a damn nickel, so I'm not telling them nothing. So I'm going to go out here and tell you to get the cheapest thing you can get. This $2 stuff that ain't nothing but wood chips anyway. And it's going to break down and give you the prettiest soil that you've ever seen in your life. And you still have to amend it. So you still at square one, the same place you would be with Black Cow. Because Black Cow, if you think 0.5 is nutrition. Because I've heard people say that. They buying it because it's got food in. No. First of all, you're crazy as hell if you think cow manure is only 0.5. That's because Black Cow is not only cow manure. Black Cow is sand. It's majority sand. I would venture to say it's probably 10% cow manure. And they just let it break down somewhere. So, or what they may be doing is they may be letting that it may start off as pure cow manure, but they let it break down so far because they don't want any liabilities as to burning up your plants. Because you take cow manure and just put it, I do this and I know ain't nobody gonna do it. Take a cow patty that's dried up and lift it up and see how everything up under the grass or whatever is burnt to hell and back. Cow manure is hot. Most manures are hot. The only manures I know that aren't hot is rabbit. I don't think goat is very hot either. I don't know about llama. I have no clue about llama. But I know rabbit manure is not hot. You can put it on and it's not going to burn nothing. But cow manure, chicken manure, horse manure, all that stuff is hot. It burns. So it's like, that lets you know how high the nutrients and the chemical reactions are in it. So for that bag to be down to 0.5, and that's what you want me to pay for, and I still have to amend it, no, I'll just start with my little wood chips over here that's gonna break down and do what I needed to do. Kellogg's is another one. I don't buy that crap. It's been 2 or 3 seasoned gardeners done went in on them and that stuff, and how that stuff really ain't nothing. Another thing is, a lot of times a lot of this stuff that you buy is going to have fungus gnats in it atrociously, you know what I'm saying? So it becomes this thing of, why are you paying all this extra money to put bugs in your house? I can't do with them gnats flying around my house. I don't give a damn. I don't start nothing in the house. I'm sorry. I just refuse. I cannot. I'm not gonna be swinging and fighting all day long. You just all up in. You can't even have a conversation because you swinging and fighting all day. No, I want peace in my home, and gnats do not equate to peace to me. So, you know, it's just, and I know I'm very crazy, and I say a lot of stuff, tell people to do stuff that a lot of other people not gonna tell you. But I'm gonna save you some headaches. You know what I'm saying? It boils down to know yourself. If you're new to gardening, if you know you don't like bugs, you see what I'm saying? Do you need to be storing this stuff inside? Probably not. And I get it. You can boil it. You can do all this other stuff. And if you want to do all that, more power to you. Babe, I don't have no special pots in my house that I just boil soil in. And I don't have no special stuff I do all that with. I don't have no special soil spoons. Because, see, once I put that shit in the dirt, I ain't going to want to cook with that no more. I'm not, see, that's just me. I'm just ticky like that. I'm not going to want to cook with that no more. Like, once I done put that in some dirt, you can cancel that spoon. That spoon is for dirt only. That's like I tell people, that's for outside use. I have a broom that I only use to sweep off my porch and my driveway and stuff. I don't take that broom in the house. That's an outside broom. That's just how ticky I am. I have an inside broom and an outside broom. And the inside broom don't come outside and the outside broom don't come inside. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by just kind of know how you are. When you see people do stuff, if you know you can't handle that, don't sign up for that. If you know your pocketbooks can't handle that, or just use some common sense sometimes. Sometimes people just don't be using common sense. You know what I'm saying? They just want to keep. And some people is just stubborn. They just keep doing. Like my neighbor's that way. You know, I love him to death, but he's old and stubborn. And that's how old people are in general a lot of times. They don't move. They just old and stubborn. Their way is the best way, and don't nobody else know nothing else. Okay, well, more power to your foolish ass. Because the day you stop learning is the day you get in the grave. So, I don't know how to tell people, you know what I'm saying? And some stuff, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But some of this stuff been broken, you refuse to fix it. You just didn't think it was broke. But, where we at on time? Oh, I'm at 32 minutes. I just been running my mind. I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to come back, y'all. But yeah, new gardeners, don't be afraid to get out here and do your thing. And the cats is circling. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna come back with a part 2 and I'll try to figure out. Y'all know I just be in here just rambling. Don't pay me no mind. But ooh, the mulberries. I think I see some more mulberries over there. But anyway, till next time, see you guys later.